First of all, you got what's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, out with another 10-minute stream that somehow finds its way to turn into 2 hours. So anyway, we'll see how if I can make this one quick. But anyway, first of all, I do want to say too, you got two of my favorite YouTubers out, or at least the most mentioned that I mentioned on my channel. You got Dennis Sperling on Minister Jap shit. So I won't be mad at you if you table this video and go check them out, because I know I'm about to check them out once that's done and do a good 1.5 speed playback, because that's gonna be a good one. He's talking about how to co-parent and talk about something that's not often talked about, which is how to kind of engage with women legally, like how to develop that mind's eye. So you got somebody that know these bitches ain't shit, and then you got somebody else, light skin, team light skin nonsense playing. But anyway, that's definitely a good video, and that's definitely worth some of you all's thoughts and super chats. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Everybody Hates Black Men open panel, but part of the open panel, we're going to be discussing bigger women. We're going to be discussing big, and I invite anybody that wants to come on that acts like they got some motherfucking sense to come on this, because I am going to go get quite a few pics, Instagram pics, and I'm gonna collect them. We're not gonna do the thing where it takes forever for me to pull it up. I want to be able to do rapid fire because I want to do a lot. I want to do a lot of different body types. But it's gonna be focused on bigger women because I want to get an idea of what these folks are talking about. So we are going to. I'm gonna run the gamut. So I'm like I almost think be running through like 50 pictures, if not 100. So I invite you all to come on that. That's just something that just popped in my head. So I'll do some little promotion of that, see where that goes. Emailing a couple of people, but I really want to get those body types down because I think that's something that you ain't really seen black men do, and I think this is one of the things that will really get people kind of on the record. And this is not about playing nobody. This is about consistency. This is about seeing what do people mean when they say what they say, and it's not about calling nobody out. It's not about exposing nobody. So with that being, and I just want to be on the same page. That's all. Like, because I think I got an idea of what these guys are saying, or what some, and when I say these guys, I mean some people. So it's not, I don't think we're as far apart as certain people like to act like it is. But you just never know. Let me see. Yeah, that'll be on the whole day, and I'm gonna be mad. But anyway, let me see. Get this in the back. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, because I think, yeah. So and this is not gonna be some, oh, I put up some BS because I'm trying to make something look bad or look a certain type of way. No, I'm gonna put it up because I think when people call certain things BBWs, I don't know if that's a BBW. So we gonna get that. So that's number one. So that's gonna be very I'm very, I ain't gonna say I'm not excited, but I think that's gonna be interesting. So there's that. I'm doing it later today. So it could be like 8, 9, 10. But I'm definitely and if I gotta do a second one, then I'm gonna do a second one. So yeah. Because I think what yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what a real ass look like. Not no big, like we gonna go through the gambit. We gonna go through the gambit. Well, Jay, everything. I don't think these dudes are talking about morbidly obese. That's why when I said Lizzo on purpose because I wanted to set a bar on the left side or the right side, saying, "Is that what you're talking about?" And they said, "Fuck no, that's what I'm talking about." Oh, they was actually kind of offended. I said, "Okay, good. So okay, let's go back down to this, like a spectrum." And I'm gonna in fact, I might actually do a spectrum. I might do it on a spectrum. So I'll be like, okay, what are we really talking about? Because I don't think we're as far apart. I think it just sounds like it because people describing stuff. But if you're not putting people on the table, anyway, check out that stream or Art of It More because that stuff got epic. It really did. So there's all of that. Shout out to Carl the Tactician as well. Yeah, I think that too. I think a lot of brothers will call thick BBW, and thick is not BBW. And there's certain, that's where I really want it to be the lynch point. I think there's certain things that are called BBW that's not BBW. BBW Coke bottle shape is typically not BBW. Now it can be. I'm not gonna act like it can't, but that's not what's associated with BBW. And even black women don't call that BBW. And I think a lot of dudes are associating BBW with shit that's not really that. And that's why it's important to have like archetypes. You see, if I say you're built like a Marilyn Negra, okay, you're gonna know what that looks like. If I say you're built like old school Jill Scott or old school Jennifer Hudson, you get an instant idea as to what that looks like. If I say you're built this way, like this person, if you are aware of the person, you instantly know what I'm talking about. But yeah. Anyway, I don't even care about all that. But that's what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. And like I said, Minister Jap and Dennis Sperling are doing an interview together about how to basically co-parent with these bitches. So you got a lawyer, you got a dude that's been married, that's had to engage for his own self-interest, that's also got boys that he's raising. Not all with the same chick. He's been married. He has a baby mama. So Dennis Sperling, he has property in the DR. So Dennis Sperling gets it. He has said, even though he's not a card carrier SYSBM person, he definitely supports SYSBM and he lives the SYSBM lifestyle. So Dennis is a dude that covers all those fucking spectrums. Nicole called him a high value man. So he's a lawyer in a law firm. So he's definitely a high value man. So he covers all the spectrum. So nobody can sit there and there's nothing you can really say about him. I don't know if Jill. I don't know. I don't know if like Jill Scott is not petite, but I got to see a picture. I don't know if she's BB. First of all, BBW. Let me be very clear here. BBW. When most people think of BBW, they do not think a chick with big titties and fat ass. The stomach is what makes her BBW. Think about it. Okay, let's really go over it a little bit. I wasn't gonna do this, but let's do it. So you've got thin. You've got petite. You've got petite. Then you got to understand we're talking about black people terms. So in black people body types, the way we look at it is not how the white boys look at it. So if you talk about petite, technically you're talking about somebody at the most is like Lupita Nyong'o, like from that and then a little bit smaller. If you're talking about then you got average, then you've got thick. And thick, and see, this is the problem. People will consider, because then you got like slim thick, then you got thick, which means two completely different things. Then you've got, what somebody would say, then it's like thick, really thick, then it's like BBW, then it's like off the charts. But really, BBW is not she got big titties and fat ass. All of those body sizes generally all framed around two things: how much body mass index you have as far as fat, and then how much how big your stomach is. Those are generally the two factors. And the reality of the situation is a lot of things that black men don't account for is how the shit lays. So you could be a chick that you're thick, but that shit lays better. Like the way your fat is distributed around you is better than like let's because if all your fat is deposited in your stomach, or let's say your arms are not really hella fat, but you got a lot of that deposited in your legs. That's where the muffin top comes from. So the reality is, and then here's the thing: what you have is what we're really arguing about is trade-offs. You got certain dudes that they'll take a stomach if they can get what they perceive as a fat ass, and I'm not doing that because I don't have to do that. And it's not even about, and here's the thing, we're not talking about chicks that are 8s, 9s, or 10s either like that. We're not talking about that. So anyway, thick is a very overused word. And you can be thick and badly built. Two people could be the same body mass index and badly built. And it's kind of like, I think people are kind of, so, and another thing is, the reason why this is really important to me, quite frankly, is because you got to remember, a lot of black men, there is a cult, this is a culture thing, where in black culture, bigger women is preferred, and that's not, number one, that's not healthy, and number two, we're not even going to talk about the hormonal imbalances that a lot of these females get with all that shit. But there's a lot of negative things that's associated with that. Nobody's saying that they want women to be skinny. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of dudes are not really accounting for when they say that shit. Like, for real. No, nothing happened. But anyway, back to what I was saying before, man. Back to what I was saying before when it comes to let's see. Well, I mean, here's my thing. People can like what they want to like, but at the same time, this is where the problem comes in. You got, let's be, this is one thing I'm not gonna lie about, like, they're just dead ass facts. Dudes that actually got, it doesn't matter if you got money, it doesn't matter. Let's take the money off it, because niggas always love to get hung up on the money. Let's keep it all the way real. It's black men that's got options. It's black men that don't. Whether you got options because you fucking good, whether you got options because your money is long, you got options. That's, dudes are going to select different. You do not have niggas with a whole bunch of options selecting big bitches. They may select chicks that are thicker. They may look at the stripper body type, which is big ass, big titties, which is why women, pretty much black women, are the ones that start getting the ass implants. Sure, but that's not the same thing as having a wide ass stomach. That's not the same thing. And if you got options, you're gonna, even if you like bigger women, you're gonna look for the Coke bottle look. That's what you're gonna look at. And folks need to stop trying to front like that's not what it's gonna be. Now, I get what you settle for, and here's the thing, here's why I'm not coming at it too hard. Because who am I to tell another man? This is the one thing that kind of has me pause a little bit. And this is one thing that proved it. Black men, it does not take that much to make black men happy or content. It doesn't take that much to make black men content. Because think about it. Even a black man that, let's say he'll leave your ass for a white girl, or those dudes don't, a lot, let's say you dealing with dudes that left their they left black women, or they left their women and traded them in for a light-skinned chick or another chick. Those dudes are not, for the most part, not disrespecting the women that they chose at that time. They're not doing that. Black men are content where they are, and when their situation changes, they reevaluate what they can get. And the reality is, women used to be like that, but women are not like that anymore. Now, women are you pretty much renting her. Because if she can, look, even Donovan Sharp covered this. Donovan Sharp covered this with white women. He said that if you if a white chick loses weight, that's a big indicator for divorce. Big indicator for divorce. But the truth is, but the thing about, and what black men got to recognize, we talk about what a woman to do. Look, I'm not saying that looks is everything, but at the end of the day, don't try to present a chick in a beauty pageant that has all these other intangibles and then think that's gonna matter. That's what we're saying. It's not about shaming other dudes, but it is what it is. Everybody's not attracted to track star bodies. In fact, I'd argue most black men aren't attracted to that. Now, if you got a track star body and you got a chest on you, all right, that's something. But a lot of times the chicks, the problem with a lot of athletic chicks is a lot of chicks that really do well in sports, they got strong faces. They got strong faces. and not all of them, but a lot of them. Man, I could show you a chick that had a body that we had to break up because she was working out more than I was willing to do. She busts out a 3 hour a 3 mile run on the daily basis. She ended up being, this was a dark skin chick too. She ended up getting with and marrying a black bodybuilder, and that nigga got that goofy smile on him because he just had a kid with him. They just had a kid. Well, I mean, no, hell no, man. Like, have you seen America? First of all, Marilyn Negra is, I mean, she is thick, but she ain't really, Marilyn Negra ain't really got that much body fat on her. A Marilyn Negra does not have that much body fat on her. Like, she really doesn't. Some of them pictures come, but she really not for like somebody you would consider a thick woman. No, and a Marilyn Negra actually has a hip to waist ratio. So a Marilyn Negra is not a BBW at all. A BBW is like pre-weight loss Jennifer Hudson. No, a Marilyn Negra, and see, that's another thing. You got dudes trying to say BBWs are women with big titties and big asses that are thick. That is not a BBW. That has never been what a BBW is. That has never been what a BBW is. Thick and BBW has always been two very different things. A Marilyn Negra is thick, and even to the extent a Marilyn Negra's got great ratios. Neo and Rico Rogers, they come down to three things: size, shape, and stomach. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I've seen a Chimba. A Chimba's thick. A Chimba's thick, but a Chimba is not a BBW. But a Chimba is thick. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in there too. But really, and I'm not. It's not even that. The thing about people, oh, well, you're obsessed with Maryland. Not really. The thing about a Maryland Negra though is, here's the thing: if you were Rashida Schrober or Chrissy or Paris, a Maryland Negra should be somebody you should be pushing hard. A Maryland Negra only has like 2.1 Instagram followers. Like black, like she could do better alone with black females alone. She could do a hell of a lot better than that. So you know, you got to have archetypes, you got to have spokespeople, and Amara has put her, she's put her hat on the table as the one to speak, and she speaks about it, but she doesn't like speak about it in an annoying way either. She does exactly what women are supposed to do: say, okay, this is an issue, they feel it's an issue, but at the same time they're going to deal with it by putting their brand of femininity out there, not trying to shame other dudes. She's selling her brand of femininity, which is not uniquely ADOS, even though even though, you know, she was born in America because she has a, you know, Dominican thing, but at the same time, she was born in Miami, but at the same time, you know, and the thing that kills me about that is when I hear like some things a lot of black people say, oh, I thought she was like a white woman in blackface, stuff like that. It goes to show you it really, because the thing is, her features are not, she does not have white woman features like that. Like, people can stop trying to front. Like, you actually put her up against a white female, even without that the fro, it is very clear That she is not built in no shape or form in her face of a white bitch. So people need to stop fucking fronting. And she ain't built like a Latin chick. And this is a dark skinned chick that you can't throw the mixed tag on. And the problem, see, the thing that Amara gets right is Amara's SWP used to talk about this a lot. He said, you have to want to be the wall, you have to want to be the wall, the poster on the wall. You have to basically imprint these dudes and these boys at a young age to want the type of woman that you are. And the problem with black women is black women do not want to do that. Black women have a fundamental resentment towards black men to where they don't want to do that. And then what happens is they break the chain and then they get mad when dudes are looking at everybody else. SWP said that 10 years ago. And he's not the only one that said it, but he said it over and over. So when a lot of these people, oh, well, you want white women? Well, why? Because black men have never been taught to really value the black woman over other women because you all ain't never gave us a reason to. He said unsouthern. That's not true. There's quite a few New York chicks built like what do you think these New York please you saying you can't come on man. No, that's not true. She don't have a body to intimidate. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of pictures, Archer. I'm gonna have a lot of pictures. I'm gonna have a lot of pictures. I'm gonna have angles. We're gonna have it. A Marilyn Negra is not a BBW, dude. Have you seen her waist? She's not a B. That's not what a BBW is. There are no BBWs with small waists. That's not what a BB. That's the biggest difference between a chick that's thick and a BBW. You can't be a BBW with a small waist. A NBA fan, and Megan Thee Stallion is bigger than a Marilyn Negra. What are you talking about? And see, that's another thing that you got to understand too is the white society. One of the reasons why black women are at the bottom is because the because you got to think of the values that black women take on. Being fat. That is not a value that overall men are going to want. That includes black men because there's a difference between fat and having a fat ass. We gotta stop like separate that. Stop like making that same thing together. It's not. There's a difference between the attitude. Women embrace those negative stereotypes, and then they get mad when they face the penalty of them. Black women force those stereotypes, man. And it's somebody that that wants to see black women. It's amazing to me how they just fuck themselves up. No, they didn't murder it years ago. That's what poor. I'm gonna give it to you straight, Ed. Poor motherfuckers make that shit the same because they want to justify. You got to understand one thing about black people that men do and women do is we like to act like we winning when we. Nobody wants to be considered a loser, so we're always gonna remix loser ass shit as winning. And see, usually what happens is the people that are winning will basically remix that and say, no, that's losing. Stop trying, stop playing. So yeah, um, no, that you don't, and that's why you don't see nobody make that distinction either. You don't see nobody make try to act like BBW. Now you will never hear somebody say thick and BBW is the same thing, not directly, because they gonna sound stupid. You right, Truck Turner. They don't care, and that's what black men have been distilled to. No, her parents are from the DR. She was born in Miami, but her parents are DR immigrants. And see, anybody that tells you, anybody, and see, that's another thing too, is that this idea that black men, like, one thing that broke ass niggas love to talk about is this myth of the 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 on point lane, or the the lame that makes six figures. They love trying to anything they don't got say, oh, well, that nigga may got more money than me, but that nigga ain't got the game I got, or that nigga ain't got the swag I got. And then what they do is they look for the women for a reinforcement as far as validating their own bullshit. Now at the end of the day, most of these niggas never graduate from that shit. And they remain a product of the environment, but they always part, just like how what black women do is always trying to project the black men and always say, well, black men are the problem, are the root of the problem with everything. A lot of these guys will project and they'll throw rocks at dudes that they consider square, or like you even see Tarita She do it. It's a culture that's built around that. And really it's an ego feedback mechanism. Because truth be told, people like, yeah, you get these arguments on YouTube, but a lot of these arguments on YouTube came from certain debates. It was like, and the debates were always drawn out with, you're not going to tell me to fix a community that I'm not getting any value from. That's really where that comes. It always started. And I know BGS wants to say, well, it started because these niggas want to fuck ratchet chicks. If you really want to fuck, like we talk about in real life. Because in real life, for the most part, these dudes are not necessarily descending into the hood like that. They're just not. Not like that. Most of these dudes are fucking non-black women. Let's just call that what it is. Archer, that's the first time I heard that shit. And I gotta tell you, anybody that said it, that is one of the most broke ass, weak ass shit I've ever heard. Because this is why this channel is important. Because if you understand the concept of genetic currency, let's be clear here. If you know how to fuck, that is equivalent of having money to these women. In fact, a lot, especially these broke ass females, these low class chicks, these hood chicks, they value if that dick works way more. And they will even fucking ugly nigga that knows how to fuck before they will fuck with a dude that looks good that does not. Let's genetic currency is the currency. Let's stop lying. So when he said that, a dude that knows how to fuck has access to options. So by definition, even if they like big titties and big asses, they're gonna get something that's more akin to a stripper body type than a fat bitch. You do not have no, let me be very clear here. There are no dudes that know how to put it down that are out here struggling dealing with fat, overweight, obese, Gabrielle Sidibe chicks, because they can take, it's just like a basketball player. They can take, it's like a basketball player that plays in college basketball. They can go to a better team in a better market, meaning they can deal with a female that looks like something. Those are the dudes that are going after the females that are lawyers and are professionals, but they're like one generation out of the hood. That's who those dudes are going after the Mollies. Because Molly may not want to be seen with a dude, that type of dude, but Molly will, and if you get the right one, they will take care of dudes like that. So they don't have to bargain basement shop at the I'm gonna tell you something. Living off of when you look at dudes living off of other women, there is it's like a hotel. You can go to the bottom of the barrel, dirtiest motel, or you can go to the best motel, 3-star, 4-star, if you're doing that. And dudes that know how to fuck are at least gonna get 3-star, 4-star, which are gonna be. And then you gotta also see dudes that are dealing with women with kids that are entertaining that, especially if you a dude and like, so no. So when he said that, just off its face, that shit is stupid. That shit doesn't make logical sense. Because what he's essentially saying is the dudes that are on the higher tier of the sexual marketplace, as far as performance, are somehow fucking bottom of the barrel ugly bitches. As if those are the only chicks with money. Let's stop acting like all these huge chicks got bread or something like that. That's not true. So what he and that's why I made that I was starting to mimic the voice, because I was like, the shit he's saying doesn't make logical sense. That is not true. But see, in his world, that shit is. And he calls that the game. Appreciate the super chat, Naima. No, nobody cares, but don't come. It's not. That's not what this is about. Caring. What this is about is talking about how dudes will try to sell that to other dudes, and they're misrepresenting the game. They're calling it gang, but it's like the prosperity gospel. Yeah, I need to start doing pre-recorded content, because to be honest with you, I could bust out a lot of content because I could just talk for like 2-3 hours and just cut it up. Especially if I know what I'm aiming for, talk for 2-3 hours and then just organize it in such a way where yeah, like I definitely but I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to pre-record content, it'll take a second for it to rev up, because now I'm gonna have to start getting the keywords. But yeah, I'm gonna stop being lazy, because it's time for me to start building a following. Yeah, Archer, the white man standard, and and it's spawned. Oh my god, like, yeah, they would kill me. Nah, Kevin be more likely to get a talk show than I would. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna gather those pictures. So I'm either gonna do it today or tomorrow. I might do it tonight. I'm definitely gonna do it tomorrow. It just depends on how many people I can get on. Cause Archer, I definitely need you on. So, cause we're gonna go through the gambit. So it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. So with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace. Oh yeah, I know what Fiverr. I know all that stuff, man. I know Fiverr, Canva. I'm just lazy as hell when it comes to that. Like, this channel was supposed to be a vlog, so but I do need to turn it into a channel. A lot of that stuff on Fiverr, I know how to do myself anyway. So anyway, why y'all enforcing these Euro standards for our queens? And that's not even what we're doing. And I'm a prove that. I'm gonna prove that. So anyway, with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.